Hello and welcome to Bloom Healing Tarot. This is going to be your Hero's Journey Medicine Wheel reading for the fire signs, for Aries, Leo and Sagittarius. Thank you so much for joining my channel. I am your green goddess. My name is Sasha. I am a Lemurian mermaid and a psychic medium, intuitive tarot reader, and also a healer, a coach and a mystery teacher. And in all of my work, I endeavour to help people to restore their well-being and restore their balance in all aspects of their life so that they can actually truly embody their purpose and their passion and figure out what they're here to do in the world and then get busy living those dreams. So I hope that this Hero's Journey reading will actually help you find out where you are in your journey and give you some golden nuggets of wisdom to help you along your path. Here in part 1 on YouTube, we're going to be looking at the 4 directions, and we're going to be clarifying these with the tarot and some oracle cards. And then when we go over onto Patreon in part 2, we're going to be clarifying and looking in more detail at 5, 6 and 7. So before we get started, I want you to just feel into the cards, feel into the energies, and we'll see whether any of them, well, you can decide whether any of them speak to you at this point. We'll go through them first, and then we will clarify. So as we go through, if any of these cards or messages sort of really resonate with you, then there may be a special message in this reading, in that card for you. But I'm hoping that there will be something special in all of these messages. So first position, we have air, we have the east. This is new beginnings, what you are calling into being. And we have number 38, you've won the lottery. Make room for wonderment. This sits in the stage of reward, obviously. In the hero's journey, this is the reward stage. This is the elixir. This is getting the bag. And in this case, you've actually won the lottery, fire signs. So that is very exciting. And that's what you're calling in at the moment. So you've actually been manifesting like a mother trucker. So number 2, position 2, we've got south position and fire. This is your energy, fire signs. This is what you're releasing into the world. And it's also a number 22, beautiful angel number. For this, you were born. Foster your intention for incarnating in this dimension. Foster your intention for incarnating in this dimension. Beautiful. This is what you're releasing into the world. In position 3, we have west, or we have water, the emotional realm, introspection and learning. This is what we are to learn in the world at the moment, fire signs. And in this position, you've got number 26, which is me time. Enjoy your own company. Very much a Virgo card, hermit energy, going within, refueling and embodying exactly who you are before needing to go out and share it anywhere further. So very much connected to introspection and learning. And actually this came up in the water signs hero's journey reading, so you might want to check that out as well. In position 4 in the north earth, we have elder wisdom. This is the elder wisdom that you have been growing, and this is what you are to teach. This is where you become a teacher. And this energy that you got was number 14, which represents a 5 and change. It's where you are is where it's at. Stay still until you are divinely moved. This is what you are to teach. Where you are is where it's at. So we're going to clarify these, but let's just have a little quick look at what we've got in these 3 positions, which we're going to clarify on Patreon. So wisdom from above, grandfather sky, what it is you are to see, that all-seeing eye, is number 33, another angel number. discover your superpower. Access 100% of your mojo. In position 6, we've got wisdom from above below. This is Grandmother Earth, what it is Grandmother Earth wants you to embody. Number 6, there's no place like home. Nestle into the sweetness. So this is very, very nice energy. Number 6 in position 6. And then in number 7, position 7, heart of the medicine wheel. This is the soul message. This is you as the center of all creation, fire signs. Number 4, the return. Own your mastery. Very much a heart of the medicine wheel message here. And we will read this at the end of this reading of part 1 for everybody. But we will clarify them and go into really more detail when we go over onto Patreon. So I hope that you will join us over there. And there is a link in the description box for the Patreon link, as there is for all of the other information you might need to know about me, including details of how you can find out about the Hero's Journey course, which I am developing for you as a way of helping our entire global collective really understand who they are in this world, who they are becoming on this journey, and what great works they are to bring into the world. I feel that that is my divine mission here, so I hope that you'll enjoy the journey with me. If you want to be on the Hero's Journey course, please do drop me an email at bloomhealing22@gmail.com and I will put you on the mailing list. But for now, let's just take a deep breath together and connect in, and just take a moment to think about these energies, look at the cards and feel whether any one particular one speaks to you. And that may be a special message just for you. So we're going to clarify with the Rider-Waite-Smith. And we're going to start with, you've won the lottery. Position 1, the air, what you are bringing in, what you are calling into being, what you are manifesting. I mean, you've won the lottery. It's pretty clear. Wow. You've won the lottery, clarified by the King of Cups and the Emperor, who is the 4 of the major arcana, 4 of fire as well. The Emperor is a fire energy representing Aries. King of Cups could also represent the cups, which are Scorpio, Cancer and Pisces. So you've won the lottery. Make room for wonderment. I feel, fire signs, that this is representing you've won the lottery in love. The King of Cups is a very loving energy, may not be always able to express how they feel. They may hold back their emotions, but actually this King of Cups is making very good eye contact. He's got his hand on his wand, representing that he's full of passion, but he's also got a cup, representing that he's full of love, and that this passion is backed up by love and backed up by sincerity and commitment and stability. He's a pretty stable king. Even though he seems to be sitting in the waves, there is a stability about his throne. It's sort of a concrete throne, stone throne. And here on another stone throne, offering just as much stability, is the Emperor. So I believe that this is you've won the lottery in love, fire signs. You could well be the Emperor. You could be an Aries. You could be calling in or attracting someone with a lot of water in their chart. This could also represent the love that you have for somebody. Could be love that you have for an Aries or an Emperor type figure. Doesn't have to be a man. The King of Cups isn't necessarily a man. It's about the energy that the King of Cups brings. So flip it and reverse it as you see fit, whatever resonates. But this is beautiful. This is communion. This is people coming together. They came out together. They're both very masterful. both very sure of what they want, and make room for wonderment. All the colours of the rainbow illuminated here, representing a lot of spiritual connection. This could be a spiritual relationship, a spiritual connection with somebody. This could even be your own, like I said, your own inner emotion and your own mastery over your life. Hence why you've won the lottery, because you are the emperor or you are the empress and you've been manifesting greatly. And also number 38 breaks down to an 11, which does represent union. Again, 1111 is a very powerful symbol of union. So I feel like this could be a love message in position 1. Let's see what comes out for position 2. Can we now have, for number 2, what are our fire signs releasing of their own passion into the world? And how can this energy support them? They got, for this you were born. For this you were born, fire signs. Number 22, foster your intention for incarnating in this dimension. So you were always destined for this. This passion that you hold, you were always destined. This was always a path you were intended for. And we have the 4 of Pentacles and the 9 of Wands. Clarifying number 2. So number 22 and the hero's journey. This number 22 card in the hero's journey is about crossing the threshold. This is about stepping into your power. This is about leaving the ordinary world behind and falling headlong down into the rabbit hole. Well, however that manifests for you, that could be a new project, a new relationship, maybe. Falling down into your emotions, allowing your emotions to... I actually got some words like engulf and swallow you coming up then. So maybe you're feeling engulfed and swallowed up by your own emotions. I've just seen 22 on the clock. It's 2:20 here in London. So we're on number 22 at the moment. It is also my special number, as you will see from my email address, which is bloomhealing22@gmail.com. That's the email you need for any of our beautiful services here at Bloom Healing, or indeed if you want to be on the Hero's Journey course. I really hope you will be. So drop me an email at that address if you're so inclined. So this is crossing the threshold, releasing passion, really coming into your own, recognizing what your talents are, recognizing what you have to give, what you have to share, to show and tell in the world. And we've got the 4 of Pentacles, which is holding on, and the 9 of Wands, which is holding strong. Interesting. Holding on for dear life and holding on to the bitter end. For this you were born, fire signs. For this you were born. This can be seen in an energy of holding back and not allowing love or abundance to come into your life. Sort of saying, well, I've got all that I need. There's nothing more that I could possibly want. But life is a journey. There is always ebb and flow. Holding on to anything too tightly can represent some kind of stagnation. And this person looks like they've been holding on for dear life to the bitter end, and they're not letting go of the journey. They're not letting go of the battle, or they're not letting go of defending themselves, having been through a battle. So perhaps you were born to be a warrior. Perhaps you were born to be an emperor, a general of an army, a king. And it's lonely at the top. It's hard to be a leader and expect other people to follow you. You have to set a very wise and righteous example for others. You know, you can't be too miserly with your gifts. You can't leave your armies fending for themselves. You have to provide a support system. You have to provide a community, whether that community comes through physical connection, physically being around others, or connecting over the internet, or connecting through the written word, or through music or art. We can connect with other souls in so many different ways, but being a leader and being an emperor and being a king or a queen or a hermit or a warrior is really around the sharing and allowing others to step into their power, being able to guide others through the battle, through the hardships, and help them recognize what to hold on to, when to hold on, and when to let go. And the emperor really truly needs to show that in their actions and in their behaviors. It's not enough to just say it. If you're a leader who is saying, do as I say, no, don't do as I do, that can be a very confusing and misleading message to share with your tribe, and often represents more of a tyrant type leader and emperor than someone who wants everyone to rise at the same time and at the same level. So an interesting energy there, but definitely you're not letting go and you're not letting up. And I think that's the warrior in you fire signs. Whether you are an Aries, a Leo, or a Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, or in any other position in your chart, I feel that this is an energy of staying power. And yeah, warriors need staying power. They need strength and they need resilience. And they need a support system. Okay, so let's now move forward onto position 3, water. What is it that we're intuiting? What is our introspection telling us? And what are we learning in this time? We've got the Hermit type card, number 26, or an 8, representing me time. So you're learning to enjoy your own company, fire signs, at this moment, at this time in your life. This is a time of really getting to know who you are, getting to know what you want, and learning what your gifts are. So we've got the Devil coming out, Capricorn. You could be dealing with a Capricorn. You could also be dealing with a Virgo. What else do we have for me time? Why is me time here? What are we learning from this energy, spirit? Who's sitting next to the Devil and the Hermit? Oh, we have Judgment. So Archangel Gabriel coming out. Judgment. Judgment after the Devil. Judgment after devilish deeds, devilish actions. Learning to bring judgment on your own inner devil. This is about introspection in our own emotional realm. You could be connecting to a Capricorn. You could also be connecting to for the life of me, I can't remember who that represents, but it is very much Archangel Gabriel bringing, you know, playing the bugle of judgment. Hark the herald angels sing. They have a message from above. This could be your higher self. This could be you in introspection with the hermit energy. Whilst enjoying your own company, you're able to actually bring judgment and enlightenment and awakening. This is very much an awakening. You know, they're awakening from these coffins, these almost like merman spirits coming up from the deep, awakening to a new belief, a new paradigm. You know, we've got 15 and 20. There's a symmetry there as well. A crescendo. I think this could be talking about recognizing your own demons and starting to work with them. You know, enjoying your own company, getting to know your own demons and bringing judgment to them where necessary, calling yourself out for things that perhaps you've realized you needed to forgive yourself for, maybe. Perhaps there are ways in which you've been beating yourself up with this Nine of Wands, and actually it's time to bring a little bit of balance to that. There's a lot of dark and light energy here, you know, bringing balance to the darkness, bringing light to the dark, and bringing forgiveness where there has been beatings. And those could be emotional beatings, mental beatings, physical beatings. There could be people that are self-harming. And self-harm comes in lots of different guises. I don't need to really describe it to you. You know what I mean by self-harm. And self-harm can be, you know, holding on to regret, holding on to grudges, holding on to things or mistakes that happened that really aren't serving us anymore, but just bringing burdens. So actually, where do you need to forgive yourself in this time of reflection? Interesting. So let's look at position 4. North and Earth. This is the elder wisdom you have gained along the journey so far, and what it is you are to teach out in the world, fire signs. And you have number 5 or number 14, which breaks down to a 5, which is a change card. Where you are is where it's at. Stay still until you are divinely moved. Stay still until you are divinely moved. Spirit is saying what you are to teach is exactly where you are at the moment. Whatever you're doing right now, whatever you're working on, building on, bringing into the ether is exactly what you were supposed to be doing. This is your mission. This is your divine teaching to be shared. And, you know, it's a time of change with 5. It's Spirit telling you to be still, potentially because actually you're exactly where you're supposed to be, and Spirit doesn't want you moving off from this place. But there is always room for some change. There's always room for improvements. And it's about listening to Spirit. You know, being that inner teacher for yourself and being able to say, I'm going to wait until Spirit gives me the green light. Trusting as the teacher how you're going to lead your students, whatever your students manifest as in this world. It could be your children, it could be your family, your siblings, it could be a real tribe of students and initiates that you are working with. It could be a collective that you read for. It could be a school class that you are teaching in some way, shape or form. It could be the wisdom that comes through your music or your artwork or your writing or your dance. But whatever you're doing is exactly where you're supposed to be. And it says, for this you were born. And you've won the lottery. These are all suggestions of arrival. You've already arrived. This isn't hanging in the balance or waiting in the wings. This is here. Where you are is where it's at. For this you were born, and you have won the lottery. You've already won. And me time. Enjoying your own company. Because where you are is where it's at. You were born to be a great thinker. Born to be a seer. Born to be an emperor and a general and a warrior. Calling judgment on others. Perhaps helping others recognize their own devils. Let's clarify number 14. What is it that our collective of fire signs is to be teaching at this time? What is their elder wisdom that they are going to teach? Thank you, Spirit. For Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. We have the Three of Swords and the Eight of Wands. Where you are is where it's at. So in terms of teaching, my immediate feeling that comes through it actually resonates quite strongly with these two, the Devil and Judgment, and then Three of Swords and then the Eight of Wands. So Three of Swords can represent heartbreak, Three of Air, and the Eight of Wands can represent fast communication or fast transformation of something or travel of some kind. Where you are is where it's at. It's funny when we talk about travel, because actually Spirit's saying don't move yet, you're exactly where you need to be. In terms of teaching, I feel like Spirit is saying you may well have overcome a heartbreak in your own life. You've overcome your own devil. You've brought this communication from Gabriel down into your world. And you potentially now are in a position to communicate to others how you got through a broken heart, how you healed your heart, how you got up and kept moving, how you got up and continued to make great waves in the world, where your journey has traveled you to. 3 and the 8. The 3 and the 8. I mean, 3 and an 8, the difference between 3 and 8 is 5. So here we are looking at number 4, the earth, the elder wisdom and what you are to teach. Where you are is where it's at, which is a number 5. Number 14 breaking down to a 5, which is the difference between 3 and 8 as well, which I think is a beautiful connection. I feel with this energy, fire signs, you may well have been coping with a broken heart. You may well have been healing from this energy. You may have felt like you were stabbed in the back or stabbed in the heart. But in terms of teaching, I feel that this is actually where, mirroring quite closely with the Devil and Judgment here. The Devil maybe is this energy here. Judgment is here, bringing communication. Gabriel, bringing the bugle of judgment for all to hear. And this is represented here with the communication. You could well be bringing judgment in your own love life. You could be communicating to the person that hurt you or the person that brought this energy into your life that actually you are healed and you have moved on, or that you would like some closure. Perhaps this is an energy of communicating about these difficult energies. And I think in terms of teaching, this represents The journey that you've been on to heal your own heart, or to heal whatever has been damaged and harmed in this energy, is a reflection of how much work you've done on yourself. You know, we really do heal ourselves. It isn't coming from somewhere outside. Real healing comes from within, and it comes from this sense of forgiveness, like I was talking about earlier. And through whatever trials you've been through, my fire signs, I now believe that you have the power to share that with others and help others on their journey. Where you are is where it's at. So whatever you're doing right now may well be around supporting others with their love lives, supporting others to be better communicators, helping other people find the words to speak, to find the energy to confront people that have hurt them, even if that person is yourself. You know, being able to apologize to yourself and love those parts of yourself that you have harmed, and then bring that forgiveness in, is an important, vital journey that we all go through. And if you've been able to do that for yourself, then maybe your teaching is in what you can do for other people now, because you've walked that path. You've felt the swords, and you've also felt the beautiful movement that comes afterwards, the passionate fire to move forward, perhaps into a new relationship. You know, perhaps this heartbreak is just coming down and round as a cycle, allowing this new exciting adventure to begin. You know, we have to remember that this was new beginnings. We may be on this place now, but actually it's a cycle, it's a wheel, it's a clock. And this is where you've come from. This is the wisdom that you're pulling through. And communication, travel, fast moving energy. This is your energy coming in, fire signs. And it's pulling us down back into this new beginning where we can talk about love, fresh energies, fresh, exciting romance that feels like you've won the lottery. I mean, falling in love really does. So, where was I? I apologise if it's a little bit jumpy, because I'm going to have to stitch these bits together. This reading, for some reason, isn't coming through, and this is the third time I'm now going to do this section. So hopefully we will get through this last section and I will stitch it all together. We'll have to see as this goes live. So we're going to read together The Heart of the Medicine Wheel, which is number 7, your soul message, and this is for the whole collective. This is the return. It is number 4. It represents the whole of the tarot. And the beautiful quote at the beginning of the reading is, "Why do you go away? So that you can come back. So that you can see the place you came from with new eyes and extra colours. And the people there see you differently too. Coming back to where you started is not the same as never leaving." Terry Pratchett. Message. It is no longer about you, but about all who will benefit from your story. In your mind's eye, imagine you are delivering a passionate graduation speech to a sea of eager students who are hanging on your every word. You stand at the podium, confidently sharing your story, reflecting upon your hero's journey. You reminisce about the lessons and blessings learned and earned along the way. Your words become seeds, planted in fertile soil in the minds and hearts of all those who are destined to be changed by your wisdom. At some point, you notice you are no longer telling a story about how you found the elixir, but have embodied it. Between words, when you pause for breath, you continue to radiate a life-affirming message that alchemically alters I'll start that again. Between words, when you pause for breath, you continue to radiate a life-affirming message that alchemically alters all who are blessed to be in your sphere of influence. The dream symbol is graduation. You've earned a degree of mastery, and it is time you own it. This dream is shining a bright light on an important rite of passage you are in the midst of. You are crossing from novice to wise one, and you can't go back. It is time to honor where you've been, claim your new identity, and prepare to make a bold leap into the future you've been dreaming of and working towards for so long. You are finally ready, and it is your time. The mantra is, I've graduated from having a story worth telling to embodying the potency of my story, and it emanates through every cell of my being. I've graduated from having a story worth telling to embodying the potency of my story, and it emanates through every cell of my being. Very powerful stuff. Let's take a special spirit animal message for our fire signs. I'm going to put that one back. For our fire signs, please, Spirit. For Aries, Leo, Sag, what animal is here? Oh, the lion. Well, look at that. What a graceful presence he brings. Lion or lioness. This is a fire energy. Proud, stately, respectful, and respected. This actually represents Leo in the zodiac, but it can also represent any of the fire signs or any of that passion that moves through any of my collective. This is such a wonderful energy. That Lion Leo also represents the sun, so it's like the sun coming out on this reading. On this whole reading, you are the lion, and you have a pride. That is coming through very strongly, especially in the reading we just took from the Hero's Journey book, that you are a teacher. You are bringing in all of this knowledge for others. You are a great, wise, ascended master now, and it's time for you to embody that and really recognize that and feel your power, feel your strength, recognize that you are the king of the jungle. King of fire, we've got the King of Cups, we've got the Emperor. You know, even the devil is a very kingly, you know, he's kind of a king of fire as well. King of earth, king of fire is the devil. I often see the devil and the Emperor as brothers in arms. You know, the devil, the Emperor is the red king. He is the fire king. And the devil is also a fire king, but he's also the king of the earth as well. And so he's kind of King of Pentacles, Emperor energy for me as well. So the lion is you. Father of your pride, mother of your pride, whether you are a lion or a lioness. This is you at the center of your world. You are the teacher. You are the ascended master. You have brought all of this abundance into being. And now it's time to enjoy it. Now it's time to enjoy it and to bask in the excitement of all of this lottery win, discovering your inner purpose, your inner passion. There's so much fire here. There's so much love and abundance coming in. And whatever you've been doing, you've been a warrior and you've been holding on for dear life. And now you're going to get your rewards. Now you're going to feel the abundance coming in. I'm going to leave it there. That was incredibly powerful. We're going to jump over to Patreon now and we're going to look at number 5, number 6, and number 7 in more detail and more clarity. And we're going to pull some more oracle cards on this. I really hope you'll join us. Check out the link to the Patreon video in the description box below, where you'll find all sorts of details about me and what I do. And as I say, if you want to be on the Hero's Journey course, don't forget to drop me an email at bloomhealing22@gmail.com, and I will put you on the mailing list so that you're informed of some great discounts we've got going and when that course is going to be live. Thank you so much, fire signs, for joining me on this beautiful Hero's Journey medicine wheel. I have been your green goddess. I send you so much light and love and blessings from my heart to yours. Namaste.